Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marte, I come from Norway and I love makeup, and today I'm going to film my Valentine's palette. I already made one custom Valentine's palette, but with that one I just used Glam Shop single shadows. So with this one I used single shadows from several different brands, and I'm actually doing this as a collab on Instagram with one of my friends, Jamie. So I'm just going to leave her nickname up on the screen, and of course also leave links down below to her Instagram, so definitely check her out. Also my little puppy Luke right here, he really wanted to join right now because he's a little bit attention sick, so I'm just going to let him stay with me here. And yeah, I'm just going to show you the palette that I made. So the palette looks like this, and I used like different kind of colors. I wanted something red, I wanted something pink, and I definitely wanted to use Virago by Devinah, which is this gorgeous berry toned color, because that's like the epitome of Valentine's. And then I also wanted to add some nice purples, so those are on the side right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch this palette, show you close up, and of course leave the names down below in my description box. Oh, and by the way, I am also trying out ttdeye lenses. I got some colored lenses from them in, I don't know, yeah, PR I guess you could say. So I got to choose 4 different kinds of colors. Ow! So one of the colors that I chose was red, and I was like, why don't I make a Valentine's look with the red ones, because I just got them, so it was just in time. So that is why my eyes are red. And they also have prescription on them, so I can see a lot better with these, because usually I use glasses and I don't use glasses when I film, so it's kind of nice to actually wear contacts. And I think I got like some affiliate code with them, but also just a regular code. I'm not quite sure how it works, but you can just check it all down below in my description box, and I will add all the info with the different codes. I think there's one that is like buy 5 get 5, and yeah, I don't really know. I'll just leave it down in my description box. I should have read up on that before starting to film. But yeah, here are the swatches. So for today's look, I really want to focus more on the warmer part of this palette, like these shades. I was thinking maybe I would do like a halo eye. I'm just going to start with my Sigma E30 brush. It's like a small pencil brush. I'm just taking that shade Taboo, and I am using my NARS Smudge Proof Eye Primer today. I really don't need too much of this, it's really just to deepen up. Something like this to begin with, and then I'm going to overlap with the red. I just cleansed my brush with my color switch, and now I'm going into Looxi Beauty Sherry Kiss, and I'll just be wrapping that around. I really want this to be quite a red warm look, because I want to match the colored lenses that I'm wearing. I just wanted some depth with that first shade. And then I'm just going to do the same thing here on the inner part of my eye. And I'm just so in love with how these shadows perform. I will be using some setting powder here before I start blending the edge, just because I want to keep the shadow basically where I placed it and then just blend it out from there. And I'm making sure that I'm going quite upwards now, because I want that focus to be like, I always place it a little bit further out than I really want it to be, but because usually you would look straight forward and you want the halo effect to be in the middle, but I can always just place it a little bit too far on the outer side, but it's fine. So now I think I'm just going to stay with these colors actually, and I think I'll only use the shade, I think it's called Epatage Curator. Yeah, the one from Tanuka. I think this will be like on the middle of my eye, And then I'm just going to use the iridescent shade as my inner corner and do the same with my lower lash line right here, just because I like how this looks. And as you can see, I still have to do some blending, but I don't feel like that is the most crucial part to add in this video, so I think I will just finish the blending by myself, and then I'll come back to show you how I do the lid part. So I added some glitter glue, my BH Cosmetics one, and I'm going to go in with this one. It's such a beautiful pigment. It's one of my favorites from Tammy Tanuka. So I'm basically just going to tap that all over the lid, and I kind of try to place the glitter glue kind of like in a triangular shape, just because I wanted this to go further up, and I'm probably going to go back in with a little bit of glitter glue just to make sure I have the placement that I want. And I'm going to, as you can see, have to go back into the mattes as well to make sure that they are where I want them, and yeah, that everything is looking nice. So now I'm just trying to look straight forward to see where I actually want this pigment to go. I want it to look like a triangular shape when I have my eyes open like this. So I need to work on putting it a little bit more here. I want a tiny bit further up. I'm kind of tapping with the wrong side now just so I don't get too much. And I want a little bit further down here. So I'm just going back in with that pigment in tapping motions because I don't want the line to be way too sharp. I'm just taking a little bit on my finger and making sure I work it properly into my lid. And this is where it gets tricky because you kind of have to like make sure you have the pigmentation of the mattes so that you don't have like a lighter patch next to the pigment. So I'm just taking a tiny bit of the red, and you can see that it's a bit lighter right there. So I'm just going in with the red right next to it, and I'm just going to do that and make sure you don't have that like dark triangle, but that it looks almost like a bit brighter. I might even dip into that deepest shade to achieve that, but I'm just going to go a little bit back and forth and look at it until I'm happy with how it's looking. So I definitely want to also blend a little bit more. So yeah, I'm just going to finish off both eyes, and I'm actually just going to do the exact same to my lower lash line. I'm going to have a little bit of that shape there as well. So I think I'll just do it off camera. I hope that's fine for you guys, and I'll be back to show you the close-up. Oh, and of course I'm going to use that lightest shade here as my inner corner highlight. So Luke is still with me since the intro, but I'm finished with my look, and obviously this is how it ended up looking like. I really like it. It's super red and sultry and almost like vampire-ish because of the contact lenses that I'm wearing, and I really like these shadows. The red one from Looxi is one of my favorite reds just because it's like, it doesn't blend out pink or orange, it blends out red, which is awesome. And for my lips I ended up using the metallic liquid red lipstick from Kaleidos Makeup that they sent me a long time ago in PR. It's called Collision, and it's like the only metallic lipstick that I would want to wear because typically I'm not a fan of metallic lipsticks, but this one I really like and I felt like it really suited this look. And for my cheeks I used my Glam Shop blush and bronzer. I will leave the names down below. And I did not yet put on a highlighter, but I think I'm going to use the one from my palette. And you will see that in the close-ups, but not now. And I want to thank Jamie so much for collabing with me. If I get her pictures of her palette and her look before I edit this, I will definitely leave that up now so you can see how it looks. So definitely go and check out her Instagram. She's such a sweet girl, and she does a lot of single shadows, comparisons, and indie makeup, and yeah, a lot of nice content. But I guess that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you want to see more single shadows content, tutorials and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!